The American race has so many versions. They travel not within one country, almost around the world. But for China Rush, we only travel within China, because China is so big, so large. We have so many different cultures, so many ethnic groups, so many foods. But at the same time, we have that production value that we try to keep the level. We have a lot of outdoor sports, extreme sports. We have rafting, waterfall, grappling. We have diving, of course, a lot of running, screaming, shouting, crying.
The Tengchong leg finished last Sunday and was unique in its environmental aspects and hazards. Today's recap of 5 exciting moments of the Tengchong episode will explain the difference between this leg and others.
On arrival in Kunming from Chengdu, contestants discovered a horrible fact.
It's 11 hours on bus. What? To Tengchong.
She was like, no way she's going into this bus.
Hey, how do you reckon Karen and Lisa are going to go on a 13-hour bus ride? Say, we've had a good run and turn around and get a plane back to Shanghai.
And just say, forget it. Finding a ticket back to Shanghai and my commitment to Lisa was the only reason that I continued with that.
Anyway, Karen managed to sleep as well as others on the bus. Sarah was troubled. Josh gave a helping hand.
So you don't lift your head prematurely, make a note to keep your head over the ball even after you've hit it.
You can't move your head, okay?
A complete novice to the game, Sarah was unable to benefit from Josh's help.
Come on! I stayed on the first tee for several minutes and tried to sort of take Sarah through some swings. And
Sarah, positive thinking!
hands up the club a bit.
When other teams started arriving, the last leg winner was in peril. On slippery roads, rival taxi drivers took huge risks.
We asked our driver to call their driver. It's my passengers, they're pushing us.
He's driving a car. We didn't tell him to do that.
And we came so close to being in a real accident.
We care. Don't we care about our lives as well?
You guys are idiots for driving that way. You almost killed us. You guys almost killed us. We have children.
They U-turn us. We never say anything. But today, the water goes over our head.
We're not giving any pressure. Why are you yelling on us? The driver driving. We're not saying that.
The rain compounded race difficulties, but the China Rush producers decided to make things even wetter. With their hastily built rafts, teams were pretty much sitting in the water. Charlie and Rachel had to contend with the buffalo, water, mud and fish in their speed bump and detour. To add to Sarah's distress, her tennis balls were becoming wetter and heavier.
I never had a lot of respect for golfers because I think they're all fat, lazy, middle-aged men. But I guess I should have a bit more respect now.
For failing to complete the game, Sarah and Molly suffered a 4-hour penalty. And while other teams arrived at the pit stop, the crew decided to eliminate them on the marshland. They were the first team who didn't manage to make it to the pit stop.
Thank you, everyone. It was really fun. Thank you, Kate. Nice to meet all of you.
We'll see you on TV, okay? On ICS. We'll see you soon.
Brave girls. See you on TV.
Contestants watching themselves on TV is another aspect aside from the fierce competition. The 5 teams who were in the Tengchong Rush had a small reunion to watch the episode. It was like they went through that tough leg all over again. Let's take a look.
Delicate wall art, fresh lilies. Away from fierce and hazardous competition in China Rush, 5 teams of the Tengchong episode can now relax in a Shanghai reunion.
That was probably the most challenging episode that we've done so far, just because of the climatic conditions.
Because it was raining.
Cold and wet and hungry. It's raining and everything. It's just difficult.
Bad weather made it hard for the contestants to hide their anxiety during the race. And conflict erupted between the mumshells and cricket fanatics in the Tengchong leg.
We found that we had a little bit argue with Momshells. It was the edge of the mountain and the driver take a very cheeky turn. Lisa get mad at me.
Photos of my kids flash through my head, and I'm like, this is just not worth it if I'm going to be risking my life for it.
Conflicts are inevitable. So how do the easygoing Aussies deal with it?
We always just wait until the back of the hotel room. We settled things in a pillow fight, and then we start square the next day, and no problem.
While the Aussies embraced another pit stop first with their usual cheerfulness, Sarah and Molly did not do so well.
think it was